So I wanted to circle back a little bit to talk about Atomfall because I last played Atomfall back when it dropped on March 27th of this year, and that was about 7 months ago. And I just randomly decided because, originally I think I had played maybe 8 hours of the game, and I had originally, played some of it, but there was other things that I was playing at the time, so I ended up stopping my playthrough, and then I went to go play other things. And then ultimately that led to me kind of uninstalling the game and then kind of forgetting about it for a little bit. And I'm in that point where Outer Worlds 2 is about to come out, of course, unless you have the early access edition. But Outer Worlds 2 is about to come out, and I wanted to play something that kind of held me over until it dropped on Game Pass, because I don't want to spend $70 on a game right now. I already have Game Pass. Let's see how it is. And thankfully, Atomfall, when I was going through the list of games on Game Pass, was still there. And it's still in there. You can download it. You can play it. There's so many things going on with Atomfall. Like, I didn't even realize that Atomfall had new DLC. Like, there's so much going on with that game right now. But I decided to reinstall it because I just wanted to jump back into it and kind of get a feel for like what it was all about again. And I did make a video, I think, way back when it came out. I'll probably post it right here. You can probably see the thumbnail. Does it look cute? I don't know, because I'm recording this right now. You're going to see it, not me. But I made that video a while ago, and my general first impressions were pretty positive. And for what it was, I liked it for what it did. So I wanted to jump back into it and just play it a little bit more. And I kind of unintentionally got re-addicted to it, which I thought was really interesting because that didn't happen to me the first time I played it. The first time I played it, it was like, it's really new. You're still trying to kind of learn everything that's going on in the game. And it's the same way now, even 7 months later, jumping just fresh back into the old save and just kind of checking out how it is. But it did surprise me in a few ways. And I think the first time I played it, I didn't really understand the cycle of the gameplay, what I was going to be doing from the moment to moment, outside of just talking to people. When I jumped back into the save, I simply just ran to different dungeons in the map. So there's different markers on the map that you can run to. And they don't of course say that they're dungeons, but that's what they are. They're just dungeons. And that you're in something like that in that game whenever you jump in, and it's like a pneumatic tube that's on the wall, and it lets you kind of transfer some of your inventory to hold it there, kind of while you're in the process of doing the dungeon, just so you have space to pick up more stuff and upgrade things. And I didn't realize that when I first played the game, the first 8 hours I played months ago. And when I started to kind of pick up that these were just dungeons and you were kind of discovering things as you went, I don't know what that did, but that triggered something in my brain. It scratched an itch that I didn't realize I had. And I started going through them. I just started going through a couple of them just to get a good feel for the game again and get a feel for the gameplay, kind of remind myself of it. And I ended up playing through a lot of them. And the amount of discovery that's in these dungeons is kind of crazy. You just discover things you'll find keys that'll open up other dungeons on other sides of the map, or you'll find devices that you're going to need later on, whether it's story related or whether it's just doing something at an enemy base, something called the signal repeater, where you can change the flow of electricity to do kind of whatever you want depending on the situation that you're in. It's really interesting. I never realized that I was going to get re-addicted to it. Is it going to change when Outer Worlds 2 comes out? Maybe, because I really want to play Outer Worlds 2. But for now, these past few days, I have been just dumping hours into Atomfall. I'm probably close to 20 hours now. And I'm still, I still haven't seen everything. And I'm still going through these dungeons and finding new things. And it's weirdly became, really addictive. And I really enjoy it. It's definitely a little bit better than I anticipated. There's some things that I dislike about it, and it's not huge things. It's really dumb things actually, because I'm kind of a big achievement guy. I like to go for achievements in games. I like to go through the achievement list and just kind of what can I get while I'm playing. That's fun to me, so I like to do that. And I swear to God, like 35% of the achievement list in this game is different endings, because you can end the game with different characters, because everybody's kind of locked in this like military zone, for lack of a better term, and everyone's trying to get out. And since they're all trying to get out, like it's kind of like no matter who you meet, for the most part, I mean, not everyone, but whoever you meet that talks to you about wanting to get out probably has a quest line that leads to them getting out. And I've come across that. I've come across 4 different characters so far, and the 4 all want to get out, and they all want to use me to get out. So it's like, I don't know if their intention is for you to save the game, kind of save scum it, like save it and then like do one quest line, reload the save, do another quest line, reload the save, so on and so forth. I don't know if that's the idea, and I haven't even looked this up, so I don't even know if the game has New Game Plus, and it might. And if it does, it's like, do they expect you to play through the game? There had to have been maybe 9 or 10 achievements, just 2 different characters. So like, do they expect you to replay it that many times to see the different outcomes? Because I don't know if it holds enough weight to be played that many times, unless you just really love it. And don't get me wrong, I think it's great, and I'm having a great time. But is it good enough to be playing that often? Hard to say. If I could figure out how to do like a save scum thing with it, I probably would, because that's just how I am. I just would want to experience all of them, and I could probably do it myself, but it just kind of really dependent on the situation. But that's a small thing. It's like not everyone cares about like the achievement stuff like I do. But there's also the only other small thing I can think of is the game, of course, still does not have fast travel. It's just not made, I guess, for fast travel. I thought maybe 7 months later they would add something like that into the game, but they did not. And I get it. Like, the maps are big, but they're not like too big. You can typically run from one side to another pretty quickly. It's just, I guess it's more of a convenience thing. If you don't want to waste the 5 minutes to run across the map, the 10 minutes, depending on which map you're on, to run across it, then I get it. Because it's like, just don't have a lot of time to be sitting down and playing games. So it's nice to have like the option if it were there. But that's another small thing too. Like, it's not enough to deter me from wanting to keep playing the game, because the amount of side stuff even that pops up, like you'll go into these little dungeons and you'll find a scrap of paper on the ground, and that scrap of paper is going to open up a giant like side quest line that is going to lead you to a device, or it's going to lead you to a weapon that's going to help you open up another quest line that you completely forgot about. Like, maybe there's like a door you couldn't open 4 quests ago, and you were like, damn, better do something else. And then all of a sudden you find the key in a completely different quest line, in some cases on a different map. And it's like, wow, like I can't believe I found this. And then you have to go all the way back. So it's really like Metroidvania in that sense. I guess it's probably the best way to put it. It's really Metroidvania for the back and forth that you have to do in some cases. And I'm kind of here for it. It's really solid the way that they do it. And it's not something you would kind of even expect from Rebellion, making like the Sniper Elite games. But it's good enough to where I hope that they make a sequel for it, because if they do, then I just feel like a sequel to that game could be really good, to kind of like, maybe instead of doing individual maps, it's just one full open world. Like, maybe they could include fast travel. Like, I get where people are coming from too. Like, I mentioned this in my previous video where people compare it to like Fallout. Like, I understand the comparison, but it's not exactly that. Like, Fallout is way more open with what you can do. Like, you can just do kind of whatever you want, be whoever you want. Atomfall doesn't give that vibe. Atomfall does feel like linear in some aspects, even though it is like open area, open world kind of map. But it's fun. And if you're into, I guess, like the survival and the scavenging, and I guess most importantly, like the discovery of things. If you are a big exploration person and you like to just go through a game and just kind of figure things out as you go, and the game literally does not tell you like virtually anything, it might be your cup of tea, because it's pretty cool, like the way that you can just drop in and you just start discovering things, and the way that it happens so effortlessly, it makes me want to go back and just keep playing it. And I think that that's a really good trait for a game to have. It's just, I just feel like at the same time, it feels like it's a really short game because I feel like I'm really close to the ending, and there's other things. And now there's DLC for it, which is crazy. I never saw any announcements for DLC, and I generally keep up with stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you've played Atomfall, I'd love to hear what you think. If we could discuss in the comments down below, that'd be awesome. Because I just found this I just breathed all this new life into it. And I just love it. I've been having a great time. So I'm curious to see what you think. Let me know in the comments down below if you're playing Atomfall or you have played Atomfall. Like, what ultimately were your thoughts? I think 7 months later, it's a solid game, and it deserves some praise, and it deserves to be played and looked at. And I think that's worth something. So love to hear from you in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next Sunday, and bye-bye.